Hey guys, what's going on? What's up? How you doing? How you been? I hope all is well. So, haven't been feeling all that great. Don't feel all that great today. However, I still wanted to get this video up. So, without further ado, I just wanted to say thank you to my new subscribers. I appreciate you. And this video here was requested by one of my new subscribers who commented on the cardigan that I did, the red one. And she wanted to know how I made my granny squares. So this video is to show how I made the granny square. And also I'm going to talk about how to make the larger granny square, which in order to make that larger granny square, once I show you how I made my granny square, pretty much the square is the main square in the middle is going to be made based on the measurements of your client or your back. So that cardigan that I did, it was based on the measurements of my client's back. And I want to say it was probably 14. I think I did her square 14 inches wide or 19, but I'm going to fact check that and I'm going to let you know for sure. But I just wanted to check in and say, hey, I hope that everyone is doing well. We are almost to the end of the year. Can you believe it's sweater weather already? I'm excited. Are you excited? Because this is the time of year where you get the crocheting the socks, knitting the socks, making the sweaters, getting into the hats. Everybody got the fuzz balls. I'm wondering what the new fuzz ball is going to look like. This is an exciting time of the year. Okay, this is like knitter, crocheter, hooker, needler time of year. So yes, I'm excited. And don't think for a second that I've stopped working on that sweater, because I have not. But this video is not for that. So we'll do a separate video with the sweater updates, baby. We got things to talk about. But yes, thank you for tuning in and don't leave just yet. We're going to show you how I did those granny squares. All right, guys, so I have some scrap yarn to show you how I did this. So here's my scrap yarn. And it's easier for me to sit on the floor and show you guys how I do this because all right, so we have a tangle. Now I just finished getting this one untangled because Franklin had got into my yarn. Okay, so we're not going to use that piece because I'm not about to sit and untangle that. Alrighty, so here we go. I'm going to make a loop. And what I do is I come up and I chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Yarn over, do a double crochet, yarn over, do a double crochet, chain 2, yarn over, do a double crochet, another double crochet, and all I'm doing is 3 double crochets and chaining 2 to start this off. All of my yarn wants to tangle, my lovely scrap yarn. So we have 3 sets of 3 double crochets, and I'm gonna chain 2 and make the last one, and I'm gonna start to pull this loop a little tighter, yarn over, double crochet, yarn over, double crochet, and then you can pull this
tighten it up. I'm still not feeling all that great. And all right, so we're gonna chain 2, and then we're going to just attach it here. And so this is the starter. So the next thing that I did when I made that, and I'm gonna go in with this black. So I'm just gonna add this yarn in. And I'm gonna pull this loop down. Take this, tighten that up. And so here's my main piece, and we're just gonna chain 2 because we already have this loop here. So I'm turning this over, yarn over, and we're gonna double crochet. So that's the second double crochet. Yarn over, third double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, yarn over, do another double crochet, second double crochet, third double crochet, chain 2, and we're going to double crochet into this next one here, this next hole, because this is what's going to form your square. And so you're going to do 2 more double crochets, chain 1, 3 double crochets, so here we already have our 2 corners. Chain 2, and you're going to repeat the same thing. So we're doing 3 double crochets, chaining 1, and then 3 more double crochets. Chain 2, find your next opening, yarn over, 3 double crochets, chain 1, and 3 more double crochets. And then you're going to connect them. And if it's easier for you to just start cutting as you go, I cut afterwards, but I'm going to tighten this back up. And so then you pick another color. I'm going to use the white. And the same way we did it the last time, you're just going to attach your new color, pull down the previous color so that you can tighten it up. And then you just chain 2 because you already have a 3rd loop. And so we're just going to start again. So now we're going to do yarn over, and we're doing 3 inside. We have a hole here now because we did the chain 2. So we're just going to put another double crochet here. That's going to be your 3. So then you're going to chain 2, and you're going to do 3, chain 1 and 3. I am like congested. Okay, so we're going to, I just completely didn't say anything to you guys. Okay, you're gonna yarn over, and you're going to double crochet, double crochet, and we're going to do a third double crochet. And so you're going to repeat all the way around, right? 3 in the corner, chain 1, 3. Then you're going to chain 2, and then you're going to do 3 here. So yarn over, chain 2, double crochet, double crochet, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. This yarn is so tangly. Double crochet, double crochet. Chain 2, double crochet, double crochet, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, double crochet, double crochet, chain 2, double crochet, double crochet, double crochet. So you see our square, how our colors are coming? And so then you're going to chain 2, and double crochet, crochet, running out of yarn, y'all. Running out of yarn. Let's see. Okay, so you would still do another double crochet. I just happened to run out of yarn. So what I'm going to do to improvise, because I still want to show you guys how to do this. We're going to cut. I'm just going to cut a piece of this, add it to that just so I can close it up. Okay, so we added that in there. So we're going to do our last double crochet. And then I'm able to close it and boom. So at least I was able to still kind of maintain that white. Okay, so that is what is 3 basic colors. You can pick any colors that you want. I'm gonna cut this off. So you can pick any 3 colors that you want just to make this thing colorful, this cardigan. And then what you would do, whatever color your cardigan is going to be, let's say you want your cardigan to be green or you want it to be black, blue, whatever color you want to make it, that main color is going to go around your granny square. So you're going to bring in your main color. And I'm just going to pull that down. I got to figure out which side. Oh, wait a minute. All right. And you're doing the same thing. So we're going to do our 2 because we already have our chain, which is acting as our 3rd double crochet. And so you're going to chain your 2. Actually, I'm sorry. For the last one, you're only chaining 1. So you're going to chain 1 and then you're going into your corner here. So we're going to double crochet, 3 double crochets, and then we're going to chain 1. That doesn't change. and then 3 more double crochets. Chain 1, and then you're doing 3 double crochets in your next space. Chain 1, 3 more double crochets in the next space. Chain 1, then you're going to do 3 double crochets. So let me just show you how it looks so far. Okay, so here we have our main color at this point. Like I used red, so I just used red again this time. But you have your main colors going around. This is how you're going to end your granny square, and then you move on to your next one and do the same thing. You're going to pick 1, 2, 3 colors and then do your main color. Now if you want to make your squares bigger, then you would just keep going with the same cycle over and over, excluding the last color. So I've seen some people, they've had bigger granny squares to do their cardigans. I guess it's just preference, you know, how you want it to look. Chain 1, and then you're going into your next space, and you're doing 3 double crochets. And I think this one is tangled too. Let's see. Well, no, it's picking up my other yarn. Okay, so chain 1, then we're doing 3 double crochets in your next space. Chain 1, go to your corner, double crochet, second double crochet, third double crochet, chain 1, and you got 1, 2, 3, chain 1, 1, 2, 3 double crochets, chain 1, and do 3 more double crochets in the next space. And it's coming along. Chain 1, and then you're doing your 3, chain 1, and then 3. So you did 3 in the last space, and then you're just going to connect these 2 with a slip stitch. And then what I did was I just boarded another loop, and then just put a little knot in it. So I'm gonna cut these off just so you can see my square. Now of course for you, you would actually not cut as less as I'm doing, so you can tuck in your ends, but I just want you to see the square. So I'm just kind of cutting this off because I just did the square just for the YouTube. Okay, so this is the square. So that's all it is. You're just taking 3 colors, and then you're taking a main color and going around and making your your square. So in order to make the main square, if you're making this for yourself and you measure your back, or your friend measures your back, and let's say your back is about 14 inches, you're going to you're going to keep going. Instead of putting this last one around, you know, I'm just going to improvise here, and we're just going to say, hey, you know what? I didn't just close this off, right? So we're going to I'm going to chain 3 here. And so I'm going to do my 3, chain 1 and 3. Chain 2, because remember that was what our original thing was. So I would do my 3 in my space. Chain 2, and go into the next space. And you know, with the granny square, the more you keep going around and you have in your chain, the bigger the square is going to get. You're going to have more spaces as you continue to go along. So I recommend that as you continue to add your colors on, because that last square is very colorful. So you're just, whatever colors you choose that you want to incorporate into that square, then make sure that after each round, as it gets bigger, you want to start to measure to make sure that you're also going to have room for your bordering. You know how I did my sleeves and I added my squares and everything just to bring the back portion together. You still want to have you just want to have a little room, a little wiggle room. Not a lot, but just a little bit. But you would just continue to just keep going around with your colors until the square gets to the size that you want it to be for your back main square. That is how I came up with the square for my cardigan. I just continued to add colors until I came up to the measurement that it needed to be. And don't get me wrong, everything is trial and error. This is your own creation. This is my creation based off a photograph that I saw. So I made it to my liking for my client. And I recommend that you do the same for yourself. You know, you can pick whatever colors that you want. And let's say that you make your square a little bigger than you want it to be. Don't worry about that, because that just gives you a little bit more room. They give you a little bit more room. I mean, who's to say you can't go back and just take that one row out? Because you can. You can go back and take that one row out. But I recommend that you stop when you're close to the size, just because you want to just make sure that what you measured is what's going to work for your back, because the main square is just for your back. If you want to make it longer, you can. If you go back a few videos where I did the orange cardigan, I actually made that square bigger, and I put all the little squares at the bottom. So you can go back and check that video out and see how that square looks. That way you can see that even if you make your square bigger, it does not make or break the cardigan itself. This whole thing is nothing but like a big granny square. That's all that it is. And I really, I hope that this video was helpful for you. If you have any questions, feel free to leave any comments with your question. And as you all can see, I definitely will get back to you. I do not ignore my comments. I get back to you.
Thank you so much for tuning into the video. I hope that it was informative. If you have any questions, feel free to leave any comments below. Don't forget to like, comment, and or subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Also, just a quote before I go. I wanted to let you guys know, like, no matter what you're going through, always know that all things are working for the good, okay? Don't give up. Don't stop fighting. Don't stop believing. Don't stop doing whatever it is that you're doing. Stay determined. Stay focused. You can do it. Value yourself. Love yourself. Value what you're doing. And value those around you. Value those people who are in your circle. Value those and love on those who are encouraging you, who are pushing you, and those individuals who are just taking from you. It may be time to let them go. Love, peace, and many, many blessings. Catch you in the next video. Bye.